Hey, good afternoon. This is Ogle's Fish Room. I haven't been doing videos for a while. I'm sorry about that. I really didn't have a whole lot of change going on, so thought I would wait until I have something to show you. All these minnows in the back, they're called rosy something or others. They're basically feeder fish. Now I don't have anything in here that will eat them, but uh, they are ridiculously cheap. There's 40 in here. There's a big group over there and a big group over here. And as you can see, they're getting used to the tank and spreading out a little bit because now they're realizing nobody's eating them. So they don't have to group together quite as badly. Uh, anyway, but they at Pet Supermarket, they are, oh shoot, it's like only $2.59 for 10. So I think I paid 10 in tax for all 40. I just I haven't really lost it. Well, I mean I haven't really lost any fish, but most of you can see the big ones that I have. They're mostly Siamese algae eaters and um, leopard loaches, like this one right here. He's got beautiful markings if you can catch him in the light. There he is. And I got a big, giant, that's another leopard loach. This is a big one here. I got several coolie loaches. I've got a huge, oh, he's in the back right there. I don't know if you can see him in that cave. He just kind of went by. He's called a bumblebee cat. Now he has a big mouth, and he might eat one, but I'm not sure about that. But here, where is he? I just saw his tail here. There's his tail. He's a beautiful fish. That one. There he is in the back there. There's his head. He's got some beautiful markings. He's striped like a bumblebee. That's the name. Well, sorry he's not letting you see him. Anyway, he likes the cavies. He does come out in the morning when I feed. Uh, and all I feed is to all my tanks are Tetra Tropical Color Crisp. Uh, this particular tank gets the full size ones. Everybody else, I grind it up between my fingers when I'm sitting around doing nothing, and when I get a big thing. Anyway, I go ahead and do that in advance, but I swish it real fine because most of my fish have very small mouths, and except for this tank. But I do squish it for the grind it up like powder for these new little guys. But they're the only real new thing that's happening here. I've still got several large angelfish. And as you've already kind of seen the other things I've got, there's the roaches again. Anyway, I like this tank. Got a lot of structure. Lights are kind of in the back. I like that. It gives kind of a silhouette feature to the wood. Plants everywhere. Now these are Anubias plants. They are on pieces of wood. You can see this here where it's just I attach it to the wood, and then now these roots that you see hanging off could go down. Some are down here, and you can see a big growth back there. I love it because not only do I find it attractive, but they suck a lot of impurities out of the water. And if you have baby fish, which I don't have in here, but it would give a good place for them to hide as well. There's one of the coolie loaches somewhere. There he is. Anyway, I'm going to do a backup picture of that, and then I'm going to move along. Okay. Now over here we have the 10-gallon that you're looking at the end of the tank because that's the only way I could fit it in here. You can kind of see down the side there that the length is going back there. This is the beta boy that lives here. He's very pretty. He's a gorgeous fish. Hey, pretty boy. Anyway, I've got a ton of shrimp. I've got, you can see the auto sinklets right there on one of the rocks. I've got a couple, 2 or 3 of those in there. Try to keep the glass clean. I don't see any now, but I just bought last A couple of days ago, I bought two. Well, I could have sworn I saw them a second ago. Anyway, there's two. Well, there's four totally. I bought two albino Cory cats that are very small, which I wanted because of the size of the tank, and I wanted them to kind of grow up in there. Anyway, well, I'm sorry you're not seeing them right now. They were swimming around good this morning. Anyway, no, they're not going to come out. I like the way I've set this up. It's got a lot of rocks, a lot of structure, a lot of plants, spider wood. There's that auto working there. Auto sync this. Anyway, well, sorry about not seeing it. Anyway, there's a total of four. A couple of days ago, I bought two. I just wanted to kind of see how they would act and work in here. And they just seemed happy as a lark, so I went back yesterday and they had two more and I bought them. So there's a total of four in there. This is a 10-gallon column tank. There's a big boy. He's just a normal veil-tail common betta male, of course. And that's his tank. It's got a lot of wood. I just kind of redid this a little bit and put some blockage here and put the sand up over here. I like the tilted substrate. This, the only thing I changed is this plant was growing out of the tank. And so I moved some things around and placed it actually on the ground. Now the plant itself with the rhizome is on top of the piece of wood. All this other stuff is the roots. Now they can go down in, there's a cooler loach. They can go down in the substrate. That's okay, but you can't bury the rhizome on that. That's why they are better for wood and rocks. There's another, this is solid white, but he's another male common veil-tail. Very pretty. Over here, now this is a female. She just happens to look like a male because she's called a veil-tail. And her tail fins are a lot longer. As I said, she looks like a male, but she is actually a very large female. She's all blue. She's very pretty. When I first got her, she was terribly tiny, and I had her in a 2.5, which I don't have set up anymore. I put the 10-gallon that you saw where she lived. Anyway, that's her tank. Trying to move along here. I'm not sure I'm seeing the little boy betta that lives in here. It might be. There's some cooler loaches down here. They do a great job cleaning up the mess that the bettas make. Well, oh, there he is in the back. He's a big boy. He's a big boy. He's blue and red, very pretty. I don't know if he'll come out, but we'll give him a second and see if he will. There. You can see his coloring a bit there. He's very pretty. He's a good boy. He's big. Okay, this is my, all these are column tanks. So this is one of my guppy tanks. As you can see, well, I like the forked tail on that one. Most of these, except for maybe one female and one male, everybody else was born in this tank. Got some pretty fish. There we are. Okay, over here is a 20 high. Back up, let you see the scale of this, the size. This has a few, excuse me, auto sync this for cleanup crew and a few dwarf Cory cats. I don't see at the moment, but mostly what's in here is I have 11 Harlequin rasboras. That's their tank. I wish I had a few more plants in there, but it's not too bad. That's their tank. Okay. Yeah. Excuse me. I'm rolling here. I'm rolling. Okay, this is a 20 long. It's 30 inches long. It's the one that's got the blind cave fish. I've got 3 of those. I've got 4 or 5 of the zebra danios up top. There you go. And there's a couple flagfish, which I don't see at the moment. Okay. Well, anyway, that's their tank. I'm trying not to make you watch this too long. I just wanted to show you some changes. I did move some things around in this tank. Made it a little less crowded. Moved some plants out of here to other tanks, and that seems to have allowed everybody a little more swimming room. Well, okay. This is the 5-gallon. I've got a little female betta in here. I like how this has grown up. That's a pink or red dwarf water lily there. Very pretty. I don't. Oh, she's in the back there. There she is. Kind of turquoisey colored. She's another veil tail, but not quite as big as the other one. Sorry, she's a little shy. Okay, that's her tank. It's a 5-gallon. This is the 29. It has a female betta. There she is. Right there in the back. Blue and white. She gets along with everybody. She doesn't bother anybody. Nobody bothers her. I think I told you that story when I first got her. Wasn't sure if she was going to work out. Everybody's got different personalities in the fish world. Anyway, we've got several of the black neons, black neons. They're kind of silvery with a serious black stripe down the middle of them. I've got a few of those over here as well. Lemon tetras, pastilla tetras, both albino and not. Several cooler loaches that I don't see right now. Anyway, she gets along beautifully. You know, when I first put her in, she swam all around the tank, really checked out what was there, and this big school of fish was in the middle of the tank at the time, and she swam right in the middle of them and just kind of looked at everybody. Didn't bother anybody, didn't peck at anybody, just kind of sat there for a few seconds saying, okay, are we going to have a problem or not? If we are, let's deal with it. But nobody moved, and she moved on, and they've been doing well ever since. But she's another veil tail. I keep trying to stress that because a lot of people don't realize they're veil tail females. Most of the females have very stubby fins, not as pretty as I believe she is. The first female you saw over in the other tank, her fins are a lot longer than this girl's. But this is a big girl. I'm telling you right now. If you could see her in person, she's a big girl. Anyway, there she is. Okay, we've got. Let's see. This is got the pencil fish, which you see in front of you, and there's 7 pencil fish and 11 amber tetras. The little smaller orangey looking things. That's their tank. Let's see if I can show everything there. Okay. And last is the lower tank, which has also got guppies. When I started getting too crowded in another tank, I put some over here. They've been doing just fine. I've got 3 or 4 females and 2 or 3 males and some babies that are growing up. So there's that. Okay, well, thank you so much. I'm going to go back to the big tank just to leave off. Thanks again for watching. I'm sorry it wasn't terribly exciting, but this is the best I can do right now. Hope you all have a wonderful day and a wonderful week and a wonderful year. Take care of yourselves, and may God bless. Bye-bye. This is Ogle's Fish Room signing out.